Hi. Hello. Hey. Hey. Welcome to my channel. Okay, no, that's all I have. Hi. Hi, my name is Tiffy Starchild and welcome to my channel. Today, I am very excited. I'm excited like every day, but today specifically, I am excited because I don't know if you have ever heard of the designer doll series, the designer collection, the Disney Princess designer collection. It's gone by a couple of different names, but they're basically these designer Disney dolls that have been coming out in series since 2011. And I've been a doll collector for years. It actually started when I was a kid. My neighbor across the street, Grandma May, she wasn't really my grandma, but I called her Grandma May, and she was like a grandma to me. She would collect dolls, and she would have them like lined up in her living room. And to me, that was just like the most magical thing in the world, to have these beautiful dolls that remain like untouched and pristine. And she had collector Barbies and baby dolls. So I started out collecting dolls then. I started with the American Girl dolls. Mine was, when you grew up black in the 90s and you wanted an American Girl doll, there was only one for you, the little slave girl, Addie. I have loved collecting dolls for a very long time. I used to be really big into the Monster High dolls until I just kind of got over this series, but I was really into that. I've spoken on that before. And now, whenever I look this way, I'm always like referencing my nerd shelf that's just right over here. But now I'm really into certain collector Barbies from the gold and the pink labels. I used to have more. I'm missing a box of dolls since I've moved, and that's kind of distressing, but I have a couple of them left and I want to add more to my collection. But these Disney dolls specifically, the first series came out in 2011, and the really dope thing about this series is that it takes the Disney princesses that we know and it just reimagines their iconic look. So the dresses that they wear in the movies, that we see them in the parks, it just takes those and it makes them even more gorgeous. A lot of the times the dolls, like, that first series when they had the crazy long eyelashes, so everything from their hair and their makeup and the actual gowns themselves are reminiscent. I wouldn't even say like reminiscent of the princesses. It looks like their dress. It's just extra fashionable and just plussed, which is a great Disney term to use for that. I've never been able to collect these dolls. I've always wanted to. I've been obsessed with them for so long, and they've had different ones that have come out every year. I think they've done a different series, but they've had the different princesses and they've rotated some in and out. They've had even like the villain series that was crazy, and it took the villains and just gave them these super high fashion looks. They did like a heroes and villains series where it was like Peter Pan and Hook, so it's not always princesses that they do. This year they came out with the designer collection, the Premiere series, and it basically takes the princesses and reimagines their look based off of what they would have worn if they had attended the premiere of their movie. That was a lot. So for Snow White, her movie came out in 1937, so her fashion, while it does look like her dress from her movie, especially in those puffy, like the slash and puff sleeves, it's going to be more reminiscent of 1930s fashion because that's the era that it came out. And for Cinderella, I think it's 1950, then Jasmine comes out for 1992, Ariel in 1989, Tiana for 2009, and then Belle for 1991. So all of the princesses is supposed to be as if they were on the red carpet. And I think that for a lot of them, Disney really like knocked it out of the park. I don't want every doll in the collection. I really just want Snow White. Snow White and Jasmine are my two favorite Disney princesses. So top, I want them. Snow White, Jasmine. And then I always want to support everything that Tiana has because I think that that's important to do. To be perfectly honest, like this Tiana look, it is very 2009. Like I wore something similar in 2009 with the bright colors and the puffy skirts and all the The difference is I wasn't on anybody's red carpet. So Tiana's look is a little bit of a miss for me, but I I remember when that movie came out. I remember like the excitement of seeing her on screen. I went to go see it in the theater 6 times, and I was a cast member at the time at Disneyland, so part of it was in downtown Disney at that AMC, and just other one was we went to a special event that was at the studios in Burbank, and then just elsewhere, just kept seeing that movie, kept doing like princess experiences. It was so dope to like finally see Tiana. I would love to collect the Tiana doll, not so much because I love what she's wearing, but because of what that doll represents for me and that time in my life. That was a whole mouthful. Why is my water so far away? You little rat. Disney fans are intense, and when there are collectibles, like for a lot of things that come out, it can be hard to get a hold of them. When they announced this premiere series, I was like, nope, this is something that I really want. My heart's in it. I just feel like something will align. I just really want to collect some of the dolls in the series 1. It would be amazing. I've had alarms set on my phone for months when they finally announced the release date. So you have an option. You can either purchase it online at midnight, or you can go to your local Disney store, and it would be by random selection. So they, for a certain amount of time before the store opens, they will take names and you will get like a raffle ticket. At a certain time right before the store opens, they will draw random names based on how many dolls they have at that location, and then if your name is drawn, then you can purchase the doll. And that's different. You know, it's not like a first come, first serve. If you sleep out overnight and you're just first in line, I like that that's not the case. The other side of it is like some families show up like 7, 8 people deep. Every person gets a raffle ticket, and then they increase their odds of getting that doll. So I don't know. I did try at midnight to get the Snow White doll, and I was on that website. 11:59 on it at midnight. There was no banner or indication whatsoever at midnight. And then even when you went to the Designer Princess Collection site, there was like a link at the bottom that took you to the dolls. I checked it there before, and then it was just weird. So you had to follow that. It took you to the dolls site specifically, and then halfway down that page on the specific doll, what was not a link before and looked like it would not be a link ever, suddenly was an active link to take you where you can actually purchase the doll. And by the time I found all that out, that was gone. I felt some type of way. So then that meant I had to go to the store in person, which was fine. I was anticipating such things. I ended up going, got my name in the raffle. There was maybe like 30, 40 people there at the time. She's drawing the names. I do not get called, which, just sucked, but you win some, you lose some. I went into the Disney store since it was just open right then anyway, because I wanted to console myself by buying something else. And this really awesome cast member walked by, and she was just like, don't go anywhere. I think one of the people that got their name called walked out. And I was like, you ain't got to say nothing else. I will stay right here. Where's Tiff? I don't know. She went to the Disney store. They told her not to move, and she been there since they said that. She ain't moved one lick. She ain't stepped one foot outside of where that woman told her to stay. I won't move for nothing. You won't ever see me move. No ma'am, no sir. I stood right there like she told me to. And then, yes, that person had left and did not purchase the doll, but there was this other lady there. And she was there with her granddaughter, and she was insisting that she had inquired about the doll first. She had said that, she hadn't been there for the raffle in the morning because she had been running late, but she did ask about it first. And even though, I had asked about it first, and I had been there in the morning for the raffle, I was just like, man, this lady really feels passionately about getting this doll. And while I respect that, I woke up on time. She was very kind about it, and she did understand. And I was able to purchase the Snow White doll and finally add one of these beautiful, amazing dolls to this collection. Now, actually, this happened a couple of a week and a half ago, but I've had to leave town I had to go to LA for a shoot, and then I had to go to New York to be with family, and I have not even taken her out of my Shop Disney bag that they make you pay for now when you want to purchase something, but that's fine. It's totally reusable. So I haven't even like taken the pleasure of looking at her and really inspecting the details because I wanted to do that on camera. I'm just very, very excited to explore this together. 1937, that type of glamour. And I'm gonna show you the back. The box is huge. I don't know where this is gonna go. You can see that Snow White artwork there, and you can see the silhouette of the dress. I like in the back here, it's really like she's on the red carpet because you can see, like the literal red carpet right there. And then you can also see in the background it has like the paparazzi and the flash of their cameras. And the box has all of these great like matte metallic details. It just kind of, that kind of detail to me. Ooh, what does it say on the back? The Disney Designer Collection is proud to introduce the premiere series inspired by the runways and red carpets during each theatrical debut. The doll's garments and accessories were carefully designed to combine a moment in fashion history with the unmistakable signature icons of beloved Disney heroines. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs premiered in 1937 during a time that red carpets were high glamour events for the stars of the cinema. Then, when you open the box, I think we should go in at an angle because you can see my ring light. I'll find a better way to film her and I'll plug that in. She's so beautiful. I love the way that they did her hair in that cute roll. I love her dangly earrings. I love that little sassy tilt of her head. See, like, you know, I don't know. There's just so much I love about this doll. That sassy little tilt of her head and those big doe eyes. And I like the shade of red that they use for her. Like, it's not like a bright cherry red. It's that blood red. And I love the detail on her eyes, that antique gold that's on her eyelids. Are those real eyelash hairs? I mean, like, not real, but they're not painted on. And I also really, really like it has like a diamond chain detail that's going underneath her bust, and it's the same one that wraps around her waist and goes to like this metal tassel. Her purse is gorgeous, and that's one thing about the series. They're also selling some of the accessories that the dolls have in the Disney store. So I know for sure Jasmine's purse. And I think that for Snow White, for the makeup collection, they released a little compact mirror. I want to say that it looks like it's the same design that's on her purse, but I have to double check to see. There's all of these rhinestone details that are on the bottom of her dress and on her train. Here's where I have a little bit of a situation because I'm really particular about crystals, and if that's a little bit bougie and snobby, I just accept that about myself. But what I really want to do is add more crystals to her skirt and to her train. I only use Swarovski. But I like the way that it looks, and it looks so good. But I want to do like a scattering of crystals, because I think that's such a look. So I wouldn't move any of them that are already placed, but just adding more and just... But is that weird? It's like a designer doll. Do you want to add anything to it or change it? Or, since it is mine, I will never, ever, ever sell this doll or get rid of it, but will pass it on through the generations and my Disney-loving family. But is that weird? Or will they just be like, this was Grandma Fanny's Snow White doll? Because I figured out that all Grandma and Auntie Fanny's were probably Tiffany's and Stephanie's. Well, they'll be like, well, this was Grandma Fanny's Snow White doll, and she added all of these crystals because she's a freak that way. Like, I don't know. Is that weird? I don't know. You can let me know what you think, because I really, really want to do it. And her stole that's around, it's beautiful. That's really, really pretty. I love her little princess hand. She's so dainty, and she's so cute. I love this doll so much. I'm just so thrilled that I was able to add her. And Snow White has always been one of my favorite princesses, just because the movie means so much. she's the original princess. I've never really liked that Cinderella is always in front when really it should be Snow White. Does that just chill there and not come out? I don't know if these are taken or if it's supposed to move like this. It's stressful. I think it is supposed to. It says world premiere tonight, Carthay Circle, Los Angeles, Walt Disney's first full-length feature production, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And then what they also include are 2 tickets, and these are what the tickets look like at the time for the theater goers. So they're not actual tickets, they are just reproductions of what the tickets look like. But that to me is just so cool as a Disney fan, just as someone that respects the legacy of these movies so much and what they meant for the company. This is just super, super cool. And on the other side here, as I gently do the same thing. Oh, yikes. This is the poster for the movie release. That's what the poster looked like from 1937, and they give you a nice little miniature replica. So that's what that collection is, and this doll. Oof. Ooh! No, Snow White. Okay. That way you can just see Snow White by herself. Oh. And what are you? Oh, wow. So it comes with a certificate of authenticity. Oh, so because it is a limited edition doll, the Snow White, they only made 4,100 of them, and my doll is number 263 in that series. That's awesome. So I'm very, ooh, wait. Now I'm discovering that part of the reason why maybe I didn't want to put those crystals on was because I didn't want to like take her out the box and do all that. But I just like the thing just slid right off. I didn't even know. They didn't tell me. It's so cool. I don't know, like that plastic barrier being gone, I guess really meant something to me. Oh, good, because this was drooping a little bit, and to be honest, it kind of was bugging me. I think I like this doll a lot. Are you Swarovski? Ooh. I don't know if I can get a camera in there, but she has like cute little shoes, little open toe heel with a red bow. Do you know what that means? I don't know what that means. I would add more crystals just along the bottom here as well. All the crystals just down here and have them scattered. Just drench it in crystals and sparkle. Crystals or crystal ABs just going all the way up. I think that is the new weekend project. This isn't weird at all, I promise. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please let me know what you think in the comments of the doll or the series or any of the dolls in the collector series, or if you're a doll collector yourself, I would love to know. You can also subscribe to my channel for videos weekly, and if you would like me in your life daily, you can follow me on Instagram at TiffyStarChild. I hope that you guys have a beautiful day, and I will see you next time.